My name is Olga Vovk. I am a TV journalist from Ukraine, and for more than 10 years I have been working on television. I produced 25 documentaries as a journalist and 5 of them as a scriptwriter. I have also contributed several hundred segments for breakfast shows where I wore many hats, from a segment producer to a TV presenter. Throughout my career, I had the privilege to meet and interview such world-famous personas as Benjamin Netanyahu, David Lynch, Uri Geller, and others. When I came to Canada, I kept on collecting people's stories, and my mission was to make them heard. Thus, I met a group of talented and dedicated youths who came together to create something beautiful. Mia Illusion. This art piece, an audiobook and a silent film in one package, is based on a true story. It draws attention to mental health problems in modern society and proves that no one should face this battle alone. Each week I will introduce a new member of the creative team to show you what Mia has to say to the world and why this story must be heard.
Hello Deepa, I am so happy to see you. I was looking forward to talking to you. How did you come up with the idea of Maya?
Last year we have been working with a lot of people, and mental health is on the agenda. We have seen my friends and their loved ones slip into the mental health crisis. The reason being the unstable situation we are in. If you lose your grip, you slip into your masterpiece. So this creation is not only showcasing the journey of Maya and her pain and her chaos, helplessness, despair, quest for love, family, relationships, but it's also a kind of a voice for all to manage themselves when they are slipping away. This is a call to know that you need to introspect yourself. You need to prioritize yourself. If it is not you, who will? We are going to tinkle senses of our audience and force them to dive deep in that 34 minutes whatsoever, the entire creative piece, and think and give them a food for thought as how would you feel in a situation? What would you have done differently?
How did you come up with this format?
What we wanted to do differently is fuse the senses, or bring a lot of multimedia where people are forced to listen, because listening is a skill, and many a times we miss that skill in a day-to-day life. So what we did was, music is something that everyone loves. So we put music and then piece of art, and then we kind of stitch it together with shots to see how do you feel going through the tunnel of a journey, relating to mental health crisis, total darkness, where some bleak of light, that's some colors, and then come to a full round circle where you are feasting it visually. So for, I would say 30 minutes is audio, and I would say around approximately 5 minutes is the visual piece. It was challenging, and when we pitched it to Mississauga Arts Council, sincerely grateful to them, because they thought this was unique. Their ED, Mike Douglas, was very gracious to kind of fund this project.
What is your purpose?
Support mental health, be advocate for change, destigmatize people. It's very sad that we live in a world where we still destigmatize people with mental health. I often say things happen to others, that things may happen to you too. So you have to be compassionate. You're not supposed to be judgmental. And this is where I thought the best way is to create a place for everyone to feel what it feels like and, be in the journey.
Who is your audience?
We want people to come forward and say that I do have mental health problems, and I'm not ashamed of admitting or accepting the fact, because I often say that once you accept a certain thing, you can go past it. The courage to face it. And the second is people who are their friends, their family, their future employers. So they need to know what the person feels like, or the person has journeyed, and make the right accommodation too.
What is the call to action afterwards?
We need people to be compassionate to their fellow men. There's lots of pangs of pain that goes into mental health, not only with the person who's suffering, but with the family members too. I cannot imagine myself to see somebody slipping away, and yet you're so helpless that you can do nothing. So this is a phase where we want people to support people that are in distress. We need to work as a camaraderie to make change happen, because it's not the job of one person, but it's the job of community.
I think it's really important, because usually people are so ashamed to open up about such problems, and also there is a lot of bias in the community. When you hear about someone having mental health problems, people are excluded.
When we say mental health, again, we can segregate into mental health and mental illness. Mental health is something that you and I might get disturbed over some certain things, or be stressed about certain things. That's again a breakdown of mental health for some time, where we want to take control on our emotions, or we want time to and space think about a certain problem and get the right solutions, right? And this is when mental health is in control. But sometimes it so happens that it slips further down to become an illness. Then it's a problem. What I do when I am kind of disturbed or in a severe stress mode is I either listen to music, or I love writing. I love writing stories, or even dance away. And so I say that art is a great healer. We have created this cinematic effect right to your homes, where you can sit back and enjoy with a certain message. So I really urge you, register and be a part of us and watch Maya with us.